Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Okay, so today we're going to unpack this really fascinating concept called Ikigai.
Sounds intriguing.
It's a Japanese idea that's like all about finding your purpose and living a more fulfilling life.
Hmm. The Japanese and their secrets to a good life.
Right. And get this, we've got a super interesting article from Japan Gov, the official website of the Japanese government, about it.
Oh, wow. Straight from the source.
Exactly. And it talks about how the Japanese stay motivated, healthy, and even produce those amazing high-quality products we all love.
Okay, I'm hooked already.
So first things first, what exactly does Ikigai mean?
Well, the article says it's kind of like finding that sweet spot where your passion, your purpose, and what brings value to the world all come together.
So it's not just about, like, having a dream job.
Nope. It's way bigger than that.
Really?
It can be anything from, those really strong connections with your family and friends to pursuing a hobby you absolutely love.
Oh, that makes sense.
The key is that it brings you this deep sense of joy and, makes you feel like your life actually matters.
So Ikigai is more about, like, a feeling, a state of being.
Yeah, kinda. It's like having this internal compass that guides you towards a more fulfilling life.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
The article mentions this author, Héctor Garcia, who wrote a book called Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Didn't it, like, really help popularize this whole Ikigai thing globally?
Totally. And Garcia makes a really interesting point. He says there's no direct English translation for Ikigai. It's a uniquely Japanese concept.
That's fascinating.
He even says that just thinking about your Ikigai can lift your spirits.
Like it has this power to instantly make you feel better.
Exactly.
I love that. Now, the article goes on to talk about this village in Japan called Ogimi in Okinawa. Have you heard of it?
Vaguely, but refresh my memory.
Okay, so it's known as the Village of Longevity because they have so many people who live to be over 100 years old.
Oh, wow. So many centenarians.
Right. And the article says they have this really deep understanding of their Ikigai, like it's a part of their everyday life.
So it's more than just genes and diet at play here.
It seems like it. Garcia, who actually spent time in Ogimi, observed that the villagers have this incredible zest for life. They wake up each day feeling energized and engaged.
Wow, that's incredible. But I wonder what's so special about their lives?
Well, one thing that stood out was their strong sense of community. The villagers are constantly interacting, they do activities together, celebrate everything as a group.
Ah, so social connection plays a big role. Makes sense.
Yeah. The article even suggests that this constant interaction is one of the key reasons they stay so motivated and happy.
It's like that saying, it takes a village.
Totally. And speaking of social connections, did you know that Garcia also wrote a book specifically for teenagers about Ikigai?
Wait, really? Ikigai for teens?
Yeah. It's called Ikigai for Teens, Finding Your Reason for Being.
Interesting. Why do you think he focused on teenagers?
Well, the article points out that young people today are facing, like, unprecedented levels of pressure and uncertainty.
True, with all the social media and academic stress.
Exactly. And it cites this UNICEF survey that found alarming rates of anxiety and depression among teens.
Wow, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, and the book is all about how understanding and embracing Ikigai can help them navigate all that stuff and find a sense of direction.
So basically, Ikigai is like a roadmap to a happier, more meaningful life, no matter your age.
It seems that way. And get this, Garcia even admitted that if he had known about Ikigai earlier in life, it could have made a huge difference for him personally.
Okay, I'm sold. But how do we actually find our own Ikigai? Like, where do we even begin?
Well, the article introduces a super helpful tool, a Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram.
Really? Right. But trust me, it's actually pretty cool. And it was created by this entrepreneur named Mark Wynn.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me more about this Venn diagram.
All right, so imagine 4 overlapping circles.
Okay, I'm picturing it. 4 circles.
Each circle represents a key question you need to ask yourself.
Okay, I'm listening. What are the questions?
What you love?
Makes sense. What else?
What the world needs.
Interesting. So, how you can contribute.
Exactly. Then there's what you can be paid for.
Ah, the practical side of things.
And lastly, what you are good at.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where your passions and talents align with what the world needs and what can actually sustain you.
You got it. And that magical intersection in the middle, that's our Ikigai.
Bingo. It's where all those pieces come together. Imagine you're super passionate about baking, right?
Okay, I love baking.
So you're really good at it. People are always raving about your cakes and cookies. And you could actually, make a living selling your baked goods. Bam, you found your Ikigai.
That's a delicious example. But what if you can't, like, perfectly fit into all those categories?
Well, the article does say it's pretty rare to totally nail all four, but even just working towards them can, like, make your Ikigai a lot more powerful.
So it's okay if it's a work in progress.
Totally. Think about it this way. You might love playing guitar, but you're not, like Jimi Hendrix or anything.
Definitely not.
But the joy you get from playing, even if it's just for yourself or with friends, that can still be a big part of your Ikigai.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not always about being a pro.
Exactly. And what I find really cool is how the article connects Ikigai to like a strong work ethic too. It's not all just personal happiness and stuff.
Right. It's like finding your purpose can actually make you more motivated to work hard.
Yeah. And the article highlights how many Japanese seniors stay super active in their work and hobbies well past retirement age. There was this 2018 survey that found almost half of people 70 and older were still working or doing hobbies or volunteering in their communities.
Wow, almost half. That's amazing. So it's not just about slowing down and relaxing when you get older.
Not at all. And there are some serious benefits to staying active. The article mentioned a study that showed seniors who work for their Ikigai, not because they need the money, are way less likely to experience health problems.
So finding work that aligns with your Ikigai can actually keep you healthier for longer.
It seems that way. It's like that sense of purpose and accomplishment does wonders for your well-being. And it makes me wonder, do you think there's a connection between this whole Ikigai idea and like the reputation Japanese products have for being so high quality?
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Maybe when people find joy and meaning in their work, they naturally want to do their best and create something really awesome.
Right. It becomes more than just a job. It's about making something that brings value to the world. And, the Japanese government is actually really supportive of this whole thing. They actually encourage senior employment and social engagement.
Oh, wow. So it's like a national priority to keep older adults connected and contributing to society.
It's pretty amazing, really. And the article mentions how other countries are starting to pay attention to Japan's model.
So they're seeing the benefits of Ikigai and thinking, hey, we could learn something from this.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance between personal fulfillment, contributing to something bigger than yourself, and staying active and engaged throughout your life.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see how they approach aging. Like it's not seen as this time to just like fade away.
Totally. It's about embracing life at every stage and finding ways to like contribute and stay connected.
So if someone's listening to this right now and feeling a little lost, maybe they're not sure what their purpose is or what they're passionate about, any advice for them on how to start exploring their Ikigai?
Well, first I'd say don't stress too much about like having it all figured out right away.
It's a journey, right?
Exactly. So just start by like taking some time for yourself and asking those key questions.
Like from the Venn diagram.
Yeah. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world need? And is there some way to like combine those things into work that you can actually get paid for?
It's all about finding those intersections where your passions and skills meet the needs of the world.
Right. And remember, it's okay if things don't perfectly align right away. Ikigai is something that evolves over time. So just be patient with yourself and keep exploring different possibilities.
This whole deep dive into Ikigai has been so eye-opening. It's made me think about my own life in a new way, like what really brings me joy and purpose.
Yeah, me too. It's definitely a concept I'll be reflecting on more.
And I bet our listeners are feeling inspired too.
Oh, I'm sure they are. It's such a powerful idea.
It really is. So to wrap things up, what's the one thing you hope people take away from this conversation about Ikigai?
I'd say never underestimate the power of finding your purpose. Like it can really fuel your motivation.
Yeah.
Boost your well-being, and even inspire you to create work that makes a real difference in the world.
And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out right away. The journey of discovering your Ikigai is just as important as the destination itself.
So take some time to really think about what matters most to you. Explore those interests and passions and see how they might connect with the needs of the world around you.
Well said. This has been such a fantastic conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Ikigai.
It was my pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thanks for tuning in. We hope you found this episode inspiring and insightful. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and never stop searching for what makes your life truly meaningful.